Welcome back. It's your boy Wayne Wonder, back with another race as promised. We are here at Spa Frankenshop. As promised, this is one for the motorsports purist. You're gonna want to stick with this one to the end. So yeah, sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy this race. So, starting off in seventh, mid pack. Not really thinking about the victory this time around, as I did qualify 1.1 seconds off the pole position. But seventh is a decent spot, so sort of looking at the podium, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. This is not so much as a race. This is more of a Grand Prix. This is a slightly longer race than I normally bring you, but I'm only going to show you the highlights. But yeah, this contains everything. So let's get it. Off we go. Coming under pressure from behind immediately. But you know me, looking forward, more concerned with what's going on in front. So yeah, back in the Beetle as we move up to the pack here. The group is quite tight, so try not to make any stupid moves as per usual. Just keeping it on the inside. See, we just got 2 for 1 there, moving up to 5th place. Delightful. Look at these guys battling back there. So yeah, this is a Group 3 race, and as I said, I'm back in the Beetle, which is a very nice car to drive. It's not the fastest in a straight line, but it does handle very well around the corners. So yeah, we should be in for a good race around this circuit. This car is well balanced as we go a bit wide, bringing it back. So we managed to slot into a nice position here in 5th. Going back to the TV cam, as you can see, everybody's still here battling for position. Super competitive as per usual. Now, as you watch this race, you'll see it does have a bit of everything. You know, we got full pit stops in this, tire changes, fuel strategies, and yeah, the weather forecast is not looking too bright, so this race gets spun on its head multiple times before the end, so you're going to want to stick with this one. As I said earlier, made a slight mistake there, which gives Cool Dawn the opportunity to come up my outside there, but I throw it up the inside, not letting him have it. Concentrating squarely on Rouge coming up as these guys battle behind me. Oh, Rouge, such a great corner there. Down the back straight, trying to pick up that slipstream as my man in front, Bibi, has picked up a 0.5 second penalty, so no need to make moves on this guy. We'll just try to stick as close to him as possible and capitalize on that penalty when it arises. So this stage of the race, more than happy, you know. Sometimes you can end up going backwards in these races before you blink, but we're moving up, and the prospect of 4th is right on the horizon. So flat out through here in the F1 car, but this ain't F1. It's got a little lift here as we go back on board. This front Spa Frankenshop circuit is looks fantastic on Gran Turismo. Graphics are absolutely phenomenal. As you can see, if you look at the skies here, it does seem like it's going to rain at some point in this race, and spoiler alert, it will rain. As our Bibi seems to be coming up for this penalty now, so we're going to slide through. Just going around the outside here. not much he can do apart from slot in behind. So all three of us coming up to the bus stop chicane here, throw it in. You've got to trust these guys not to make contact with you behind, and the driving standards are quite high, so it's not often they take you out. Not often, I say, but it does happen. So as these two are going up against each other, it's kind of a good thing for me. Gives me a bit of breathing room here. We'll go through Eau Rouge once again. I think this is a good time to bring up the race positions so we can see what's going on. So yeah, still coming under pressure from behind, as you can see. But I did say this is highlights, so what we're going to do is we're going to skip forward. To lap 6. At this point, we've managed to open up a gap behind. Third place has managed to escape from us. I mean, these guys, these first three, you know, they were over half a second a lap faster in qualifying, so the chances of me beaming up on them in the race was actually low. I just wanted to consolidate my position at this time, which I have done, and get into some consistent driving. So this is actually the fastest lap of the race for myself. So let's just go on board, stay on board for the remainder of this lap. See how I took these corners. Nice lines, hitting the apexes. Right at the screen, you can see the lap counter there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on lap 5 here. 2 minutes 20.045, which is fractions of a second faster than the lap I did on lap 4. So I'm showing a lot of consistency here. It'll be interesting to see what kind of lap time we can come up with at the end of lap 6. Still no one behind. Like I said, gap these guys. Tyre wear starting to come a slight factor at this point. Again, bottom left of the screen where it says RH, you'll see 4 white blocks. The red tips at the end represent the tyre wear, so you can actually see tyre wear. Next to that, you've got the fuel, and just to the left of the RH is the water meter, which you'll see why that's important later on in this race. So, lap 6, 2 minutes 20.020. So that's 3 laps consecutive. In the thousandths of a second of each other, or hundreds if you like. So consistency at this point is at professional levels, considering this, you know, this circuit is close to 4 miles, 1 lap. To actually do a 2 minute 20 3 times in a row and make it 0.2, 0.4, and a 0.7. That's impressive. Plus the lap 3 was 2 minutes 20.1. So consistency is fantastic at this point in the race. As I said, it's highlights. Let's skip forward. Now on lap 11, and the group behind us caught up. Having a bit of issue with tyre wear here. If we go behind, we look at Bibi's tyre wear. He seems to have better tyres. Just got my tyre wear. Check out Bibi's tyre wear. He seems to be good on his tyres. So my lap consistency is about to drop off at this point. and it's allowing the guys behind to catch up. So got to be at my best head to keep them behind. I said yes, he picks up a penalty, as Billy picks up a penalty, which will help me out. So at this point of the race, I've got a keen eye on the weather map. It's something you guys can't see, but during the race you can see the weather map. We keep our eye on it, and it seems there's a rainstorm incoming on this particular lap. So at this point, you really need to adjust your driving style as the track starts to dampen up. It's not quite raining yet, but it's coming very soon. So I think around this time now, I was thinking about coming in for fresh tyres anyway, because I had a planned pit stop around now at the start of the race. You see I'm on lap 11. We were going to come in at lap 12, but that's the coming for slick tyres. Now that I know it's going to rain, as you can see the windscreen wipers are on now, so it's started to rain. I can't come in for them slick tyres. I need to stay out on these worn tyres and probably come in for some intermediates at some point in the next few laps. But we just want to see how the track, the track surface develops. Through the bus stop. I left these guys behind. Oh, one of them comes in for tyres, so he's making an early decision that he wants wet tyres. I think it's a little bit too early. I decided to carry on for another lap. As you can see, the lap times are coming down, not drastically, but 2 minutes 21.1. They're only going to get slower as it gets wetter. Never get bored of seeing a car go through on Rouge. So just going to skip forward one lap. And what we can see now is the guy behind, under these slick conditions, has really called me. My tyres are going off. And at the bottom left where it says RH, you can see the water meter now. That little blue indicator which is going up and down, just to the left of where it says RH and the tyres. That represents how damp the track is. So once that goes above the first marker, in my estimations, that means I need to go in for intermediates. It's not got there yet, so I'm staying out. But bit by bit, that blue water marker is going up towards the first marker. There's something we need to keep an eye on. Now he just hit the back of me there, which wasn't very nice, but I'm sure it was an accident. So kind of dancing on ice at this time. Worn tyres, wet track, and it's putting me under a lot of pressure. What you see here is I actually pulled to the side and let him pass. Pulled to the side a little bit too much, went on the cross. Because what I was thinking is, with him pressurising me, there's a high probability that I'd either spin out on old tyres on a wet track or some sort of mistake. So I thought, play the long game, let him through as he seems to be fast, and sort of relieve the pressure on myself as kind of need to just concentrate on getting to the end of the race as fast as I can, rather than slowing myself down by trying to keep behind. So I'm really starting to feel it now. I don't have much grip at all, and look, I'm up to third. That would suggest some people have come into pits for new tyres. We've already got people on intermediates. It's just a case of when am I going to come in. This guy just throws it up the inside. I almost lose it. Super aggressive. He's got way more grip than I have. But, that's his business. So what are we going to do? Are we coming in? Indeed, we come in. coming in intermediate tyres. I think we're coming in for fuel as well. We can't make it to the end of the race on this fuel tank, so we need a fuel top up as well on top of the tyres. Still in 5th, we're going to drop down several places whilst taking this pit stop. Boys at work, slick pit stop there, just the fuel to go in. And off we go again. So the watermark is just at that first line now. So we're on the correct tyres. We've re-emerged in 7th place, which is where we started, so not the end of the world. On the right tyres here we can hopefully move up. And I come out onto an empty track, nobody around me. It's quite difficult. Now you have to change your style because you've got different grip levels on the intermediates than you had on the slicks, and certainly versus the slicks on a wet track. So things should be better, but you know, you have to adjust all your braking points, and yeah, just be wary. Take your time, a little bit of time to get up to speed. So I'm just going to skip forward again. What's going on behind? So at this point, it stopped raining, and the track is at a point where you might be able to get away with slicks. The only problem is, I've just come in from my intermediates and spent the best part of 30 seconds on that pit stop, so I can't really go about changing my tyres. I have to stick with these tyres for the time being. Skip forward again. So we missed that. Just got passed at some point by the Pioneer because I'm having trouble and as the track's getting dry. Really starting to suffer now on these wet tyres because the track's almost bone dry again. But what do? You pit again? Again, you come out in 12th place. We started with 15, but it's running for 12 at this point, so got a few DNFs going on, people that haven't made it to the end for one reason or another. So just 12 of us. I'm halfway up the order, but I'm getting left behind by the Pioneer as my intermediate tyres are not getting the job done. I mean, at this point, what can you do? Pray for rain. I'm being caught from behind as well. Let's skip forward. I'm losing time, hand over fist. These guys are catching me up like no one's business. Let's go on board with them. Let's see how quickly they manage to catch me up. He's on hard tyres. Guy behind's on hard tyres. This is RH, that's racing hard tyres. I'm on the intermediates and losing time. They're catching me hand over fist. I'm a sitting duck. An old matey just bounced me off the track. I'm sure it was an accident. But yeah, that throws me down to 10th position. and completely destroys my race. But we don't quit, you know that from another video. Now, Infinity Race, he's the guy that hits. He's got a 4-second penalty. He actually slows down and lets me pass him. Such a gentleman. But because I've got no grip, I just let him back up the inside here. Because I'm only just going to slow us both down. So I let him straight back high. But true gentleman, slowed down. I admitted that he messed up and that was his mistake. But from being in the top 3, just a few laps earlier, we are now down in 10th, and worse than that, we are on the wrong tyres. So not only are we in 10th, we're going backwards, so things can only get worse. What do? Come in for another set of tyres and burn another 30 seconds after we dead last? Or stay out and pray for rain? Now he just served that 4-second penalty, that's why I got past him. So we're up to 9th, but that's just temporary. So yeah, no man's land. I decided to come in for the hard tyres because it's only going to get worse. Need to get on the same tyres as everybody else, but you know what this is going to do. We're already in 10th. So yeah, not looking good. So I told you this race gets flips on its head. Had a bit of everything. Started in 7th, it's up in the top 3. Now back down to 11th. But gets flipped on its head again at some point. So in for the hard tyres. Back out on the track in 11th. And struggling a little bit, but we're on the same tyres as everybody else. But if you look top right, you can see the map of Spa, and you can see on the red dot in your top right going around, and the nearest car in front of me is absolutely miles down the road. So not looking good whatsoever. So in the interest of time, we're going to skip forward a little bit more. Because what happened here is we looked at the weather map. We predicted some weather. It's barely raining at this point. You shouldn't be coming in for wet tyres now, because the watermark is below the first marker, but I decided to come back in 3 laps after that initial pit stop for wet tyres, which puts me in dead last. I'm almost being lapped here. If you look at the top right, I'm almost being lapped. I'm putting the wrong tyres on because it's not, the track's basically dry. I'm putting wet tyres on, but I'm anticipating the rain, which you should never, ever, ever do, because normally it don't come. But at this point in the race, I have absolutely nothing to lose. So wrong tyres, about to get laps. We're just praying for the rain. We have looked at the rain radar, and we have seen there's a decent chance of rain. We've got spitting, but we needed to chuck it down. Wait a minute, what's this? Looks like it's getting a little bit more wet. Come on, we need more water, we need more rain. I'm about to be lapped, and we are dead last. But at this stage of the race, I'm the only person on intermediates. And as of right now, as you can see, I am the only person on the track on the correct tyres. And what's more, there's 3 laps left. So none of these guys on the track are going to want to pit for 30 seconds when there's only a couple laps left. So yeah, this is played right into my hands, neatly. Let's just skip forward just so slightly. Ever so slightly again. Now we're really on the wet track. These guys are in front, really going to be struggling, but none of them are pitting in. They don't want to risk it. 2 laps left. We're flying along in last place. The only person on the correct tyres. Let's see what's going on. They're on the wrong tyres. Look how slow they're driving. It's like Calamity Central. There's a bunch of accidents waiting to happen now. See how much he has to slow down to go through. Quite a lot as it absolutely buckets it down. Let's go back on board with myself. Let's see, this is exactly what we need now. Start cutting in. I'm still the only person on wet tyres. I'm actually making inroads on the guy in 11th. Race leader on dry tyres. Look at this. Can't even stay on the track. Absolutely struggling. Look at me. Freezing. Race leader again. Now that looks like a handful. Almost lost it. Back to me. That's me picking up the 11th place. This guy's struggling in last place now, so I've moved out of last. I've just disappeared down the track on my wet tyres. But the race leader struggling, 2nd place struggling, 3rd place struggling with a penalty, 4th place not faring any better. This guy's early on the brakes here. Look. And the thing is, 1 lap to left. These guys come in for tyres, or they're just going to stick it out. They're opting to stick it out. Absolute struggle. I mean, this is not even half speed. I mean, look at this guy's tyres. He's due to spin any second now. Yeah. No, managed to hang on to that one. Struggling. Back on board with me, just driving like a boss. Fastest guy out there. Still the only person on wet tyres. So at this point, you don't want to get carried away. You know you're way faster than everybody else, but it's like, you don't want to spin and waste any advantage that you have, so you've got to drive it fast, but you know, stay away from the mistakes. The worst thing I can do now is spin itself, nullify any advantage that I have. But I'm closing in on guys in front of me that have rate of knots, it's ridiculous. Let's look at the 1st place guy. Still struggling. touring around. Second place, braking super early. Off the track, that's a penalty. This guy's straight up spun. This guy's also spun. This guy's having an absolute nightmare. This guy's bundling his way into the pit stop. He's the first person to come in for wet tires. So it's not going to be just me. But yeah. So we move up past Porkchop. I don't know what his issue is. But he basically can't drive. We pass somebody else here in the pits. Move on to the final lap. And we've got 3 cars in front, all struggling. One comes into the pits. He spins out in the wet. Let's go back to me quickly. So we've actually moved up to 9th now. Look at the speed difference. This was the guy that hit me originally. You know, he was like 3 miles down the road not so long ago, and I've just caught him up on my wet tires intermediates. He's probably thinking he'd never see me again. Alright, you know what? See you later, mate. Up to 8th position. As the leader has actually finished the race. This is just a matter of how many people can I get on this last lap as they struggle around. We've got somebody off here trying to make his way back onto the track. Here he goes. I was back up to 7th. And there's a few cars ahead here. Can I get them? Like a bit of an arse, really, if I'm honest. But we never give up. We're moving towards the end of the race now. And yeah, pretty much a done deal. As long as we keep it on the track, we take that 7th position, which is, as you know, the circuit where we started from. So, all things considered, not too much to get excited about, or despondent about, but nevertheless, it's an up and down race and an entertaining one. So, thank you for watching. You know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll have another race for you pretty soon. Thank you. Goodbye.